Network football presented by KodsterPro. We're in Blacksburg, Virginia, one of the greatest openings in college football, as the Hokies are looking to get their first win of the season, and a familiar foe is traveling 6 hours by bus to come here to try to stop them. It's the Old Dominion Monarchs. Welcome inside Lane Stadium. Alongside Jay Walker, I'm George Sedano. Victoria Arlen will join us in just one moment. Jay, this team, Virginia Tech, is staring 0-3 in the face for the first time since 1987. How much of a must-win is this already?
Well, what we thought was going to be just a normal non-conference game that meant a lot in the state of Virginia has become into the most important game in the Brent Pry era here at Virginia Tech. This game today means this much to the Hokies.
Well, they lost last week in dramatic fashion. I mean, Virginia Tech got blown out in the second half by Vanderbilt, 34-0 in the second half. What went wrong?
They absolutely got exploited on their rushing defense as well as the passing secondary. Vanderbilt came in and put in an offensive clinic. They ran the ball whenever they wanted to in any way possible, every fashion. The quarterback run was a problem. The running backs were getting it done. They absolutely pushed around this Hokie defensive line.
That 34-0 run by Vanderbilt, the largest deficit in the second half in Lane Stadium history. That goes back 60 years. So Old Dominion comes in. They beat them in 2022. The Hokies have won the last two. What have the Hokies got to do to fix this thing?
They've got to trust each other. You know, so often in the game of football, we start playing I football. What the coaches have preached this week was we have to play assignment football. The good thing for Virginia Tech, the mistakes are correctable, but they have to trust each other and trust the process.
All right, let's check in on the messaging for Virginia Tech. Let's check in with Victoria Arlen.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm still pretty shook by my first Enter Sandman experience. But you know who is not shook? This Virginia Tech football team, who despite being 0-2, they're not shaken up by it. Coach Pride told us earlier in the week that his one main focus is do your job, and he made an effort to ring that message true by showing a video of Bill Belichick and Nick Saban on the sidelines throughout all their championship-winning careers saying, do your job, guys.
Yeah, listen, Brent Pryde told us that same message during our meeting. So did the two coordinators. Now, they're going to have to be pretty sound taking on Colton Joseph, the quarterback for Old Dominion.
A defense's worst nightmare, particularly a defensive coordinator, a dual threat quarterback that can hurt you in so many ways. He can run the ball with the best of them in the country from the quarterback position. The most dangerous man on the field when he has the ball lined up in that shotgun. You must take the proper angle, and you must tackle and bring Colton Joseph down.
Colton Joseph from Newport Beach, California, the redshirt sophomore. Virginia Tech wins the toss. They will defer. Old Dominion will receive. Mario Easterly and Markai James will receive. Kyle Lowe will kick it off for the Hokies. And we're off and running here at Lane Stadium. In the end zone, and Colton Joseph will come out for the Old Dominion Monarchs. An incredible runner, as you mentioned earlier, leads all quarterbacks in FBS in rushing yards with 228 and rushing touchdowns with 3.
We talk about his legs. I'm not going to call him an adequate passer. I'm going to say above average passer. Completes the ball at a high percentage rate. You see the 62% there. But he really throws the ball to open up the running lanes for his legs.
Ricky Ronnie, his head coach, told us he's coming off his best running game in game 1 against Indiana and his best passing game against NC Central. So let's see what Colton Joseph has. Traquan Jones opens up in the backfield. He had a monster game against NC Central, 5 carries, 163 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And they get it to Jones. Flag on the play. He pushes forward for a gain of 5. Kamari Copeland. Big Kamari Copeland on the tackle. We'll see what the flag's about.
And on stop 13, Kamari Copeland.
Our lead official, Daryl DeBerry, today, checking in with his crew.
There's no foul on the play for legal formation. Second down.
So there you have it.
Get it right. If you have to talk about it, as long as you get it right, I'm a big proponent of that. And that's a pretty good start if you're Old Dominion. First down, they want to control the line of scrimmage and have the ability to rush the ball for 3 or plus yards on first down.
2nd and 5 for the Monarchs. Again to Jones on the outside, tries to get to the edge and stood up. Short gain there. Tyson Flowers was there for the tackle. 2-yard gain for the Monarchs. Third down upcoming.
Excellent job by number 11. You'll see him coming on the right side of your screen from that safety position. You think you've got daylight to the outside. He feels outside, nowhere to go. Good penetration from the secondary defender.
They'll give him 3. 3rd and 2 here for Joseph and the Monarchs. And again, changing the plays at the line of scrimmage.
Numbers say you can still run the ball unless that safety comes down, which he just did.
Joseph keeps, eludes one tackler, dives forward, but not much there as Kamari Copeland with the tackle. They say once he gets his paws on you, you're done, and we saw that there.
The strongest defensive lineman for Virginia Tech. He can lift the house, and you saw a great job of doing run defense there by the defensive tackle, tracking down the quarterback at the line of scrimmage and keeping him short of the first down.
Copeland can squat 600 pounds, over 600 pounds. Ian Brandt to punt it, Tucker Holloway to receive for Virginia Tech. Holloway receives, eludes one tackler, and out of bounds, just shy of the 35-yard line. A 42-yard punt, 9-yard return, and Kyron Drones is coming out here for the Hokies. A physical quarterback, dual threat. Brent Pride told us he gets going after taking a hit, but Brent says he wants him to be smart. He's going to give him one mulligan, Jay, on getting hit, and then he's got to get down and play smart.
Use your mulligan wisely, like we're playing golf there. Be careful with it, but we talked about how Colton likes to run on the other side. Drones is a different type runner. He's a power runner from the quarterback position. A big, strong young kid with a rifle of a right arm and huge trunks that he calls legs that really make him difficult to bring down.
First and 10 from his own 33. Drones to the air. Incomplete. Intended for Donovan Green, the transfer from Wake Forest. Alessandro in coverage, got his hand in the way.
And I'm curious what offensive coordinator Philip Montgomery wants to establish first with Drones. We know he's a good running quarterback. He likes to get hit. Do you start off running him with some RPOs, or do you go to the passing game early? They start off first down pass.
2nd and 10. Drones again to the air, this time complete. And gang tackled is Cameron Selden. Picks up about 4 on that one. Alessandro again in coverage.
Yeah, look at the reaction by Alessandro, number 8. You'll see him jump on this pass to the outside portion, able to make a jump on it to redirect the receiver and allow the rest of the light blue helmets to come over and bring down the receiver.
3rd and 6. What would you like to see here from Tech?
Well, now it's an obvious pass situation now, so they've got to find a way to find that intermediate passing game across the middle with one of the Green brothers.
Drones pump fakes, looks left, complete to Donovan Green, but perhaps shy of the marker as Alessandro again there in coverage.
And Alessandro's playing his keys right now. We're talking about a young man that's focused. He's been involved in 3 plays in a row, and each time he's made the proper play. Playing that boundary corner makes a good jump on the ball. Has to be an accurately thrown pass, and look at him, just push it out. Ball was dropped. And Virginia Tech's going to have to punt.
Incomplete pass there, so the punter comes out, Nick Beltsiltis. Naeem Abdul-Rahim Gladding set to receive at the 15. We have a flag on the play.
Delay a game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And these are the little things that you can't have. I mean, you're playing here in your home stadium. It's still a 0-0 ball game. Field position becomes important, and you take a 5-yard penalty. Now you need your punter to bail you out with a nice punt.
Belcistis to punt, Gladding to receive. Now Gladding at his 20. Oh, and the Monarchs almost got to that one. A spiraling punt, Gladding to receive inside his 20. right up the middle and wrapped up just past the 25-yard line by Dante Lovett. 51-yard punt, 7-yard return. We're scoreless here in Blacksburg. Welcome back to Blacksburg. Brent Pry, Ricky Ronnie, the two head coaches. They go back 9 years together as assistants under James Franklin, both at Vandy and at Penn State. Ricky Ronnie told us a funny story about one of his fondest memories with Coach Pry, saying when they first went to Penn State, they went to a concert. He's like, I still don't even know who the band we went to see, which was the Allman Bett Brothers, okay? They are the two sons of the Allman Brothers, who's Brent Pry's favorite band. Colton Joseph bobbles the snap, takes a deep shot, hits his man! Ja'Cory Thomas! No, incomplete. He couldn't hold on. Thomas Williams in coverage. I mean, Colton Joseph threw a dime there.
I was going to say, what about the calm, cool collectedness of Colton Joseph? That ball should have been caught. Great job by Thomas Williams, the defensive back, able to wrestle it away at the last. And, he might have had control of that ball when his knees hit the ground. And missed an opportunity for a huge play for Old Dominion.
They're testing Thomas Williams, the starter for Virginia Tech, starting today for the first time. Joseph over the middle, complete. First down for Trey Brown, a gain of 12 on the play.
They can throw the ball effectively like it looks like Colton Joseph is delivering dimes early in this contest to go along with the running game. Can really keep this Hokie defense off balance.
Devin Roche checking in at tailback for the first time this season. He's dealing with some injuries to begin the 2025 campaign. Roche bounces it to the outside and gets near the marker. He'll be just shy by about 3 yards, a 7-yard gain. Quentin Reddish chased him out of bounds along with Jaden Keller.
Great vision by the sophomore at Dunbar High School in Baltimore. You run the colors of running back, saw daylight to the outside, successful run on first down.
2nd and 3 for Joseph. You see a lot of audibling for Joseph already on these first 2 drives. Up the middle, maybe a gain of 1.
One thing I really like from this Old Dominion offense, the creativity. Look at they always run these formations. Nothing simple. 2-by-2 set now.
Inside handoff again to Roche, and ball is loose. Virginia Tech gets it back. Ben Bell comes out with it. The transfer from Texas State. Hokies football.
Second drive on 3rd and short that Old Dominion has not been able to capitalize, but a great job by Tyson Flowers getting a helmet on the football to jar it loose. And Ben Bell, Johnny on the spot for the fumble recovery. See, good job of just getting the shoulder on the football. Running back trying to make a spin move in small spaces. Virginia Tech comes up big.
This is exactly what Virginia Tech needs after the hard luck they've had over the last couple of weeks. Although first half, as we showed you earlier, they've been pretty darn good. Let's see if they can capitalize on the turnover. Drones, blitz coming. In his face, takes a deep shot for Aiden Green, overshoots his target.
It's time for them to get Drones going, get his style of play involved. He likes contact. Find him a little contact. Call a design quarterback run or a keeper. Right now he seems content to settling in the passing game. And if I'm a rhythm passer and I'm the type of guy that wants to be in the flow of action, I need my offensive coordinator to help me out. Give me a play to get me going so I can feel it on the field.
Right, well, we said to begin the broadcast, he likes to get hit once. Hasn't had a run. They haven't run at all, actually, Virginia Tech. And here they are. Hawkins tries to bounce it outside. Nowhere to go on that one. No gain on the play. Jerome Carter was there to bring down Hawkins. 3rd down.
And I'm surprised because Old Dominion gives up 225 yards rushing on the ground. So you would have thought that Virginia Tech would have played power football. But there you see a good job by Jerome Carter, the free safety, at the line of scrimmage to limit the game.
3rd and 10 for Drones. Back to the air. Pressure coming! And Drones goes down. And you hear the Boo Birds out early, a loss of 9 on the play. Javen Gibson, the junior from Louisiana.
And you see just a 4-man rush with a little twist. Everybody keeping an eye on the quarterback, keep him in his sight. It's a great job by the front 4 of Old Dominion getting pressure on the quarterback.
Ceastus with the punt, gliding to receive at his own 15. A wobbler, gliding will field it, and wrapped up immediately near his 10-yard line. A 43-yard punt, no return, flag on the play. Flag is at the 49-yard line of Virginia Tech.
Taken down by Thomas Williams.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 22, 10-yard penalty, first down, ODU.
A.J. Ashworth. So we'll step aside,
Correction,
scoreless.
the penalty is enforced after
Here in the
distance
first
to the goal.
quarter at Lane Stadium.
ACC Network College Football is presented by ServPro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
You've heard of winter is coming, right? Well, fall is coming. You see the leaves changing here in Blacksburg, little by little. Director Michael Ireland finding that shot of those first leaves changing. Here's the series history between these two teams. Virginia Tech won 3 of the last 4. They're 3-0 here in Blacksburg, but ODU does have 2 wins, including in Brent Pry's first season back in 2022. So Colton Joseph and the Monarchs will begin this drive at their 7-yard line. Traquan Jones, again, who had the big game last week, 163 yards on 5 carries, is back in the backfield.
Another exotic formation from Old Dominion.
Play action. Joseph fires over the middle. What a one-handed catch there by Ja'Cory Thomas, and he's still trying to get going. Goes to the outside and out of bounds near midfield. A big first down play. 38-yard gain for the Monarchs.
As they go hurry up, I thought that ball had gotten away from Joseph, the quarterback, but Thomas made such a nonchalant catch, one-handed across the middle.
Play action again. Joseph, pocket collapsing. Now he's running for it. Throws off his back foot. Completes the pass there to Trey Brown at the 40-yard line. 10-yard gain in Hokies territory, a first down.
The last 2 plays have been Colton Joseph putting on a clinic of how he plays quarterback. Hit the nice crossing route, and then that play there, that last play there, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, able to complete it for a first down completion.
All at the 45-yard line of the Hokies. High snap, gets it to Jones. Jones zigzagging and gets inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Tyson Flowers with the hit after looks to be about a 6.5-yard gain.
And I will tell you, the job that offensive coordinator Kevin Decker is doing with this offense, with these 4 in front, you just don't see these every day in college football. They line up, they shift, they show you 4 guys to the right, and then they run it to the left. They really keep the defense guessing.
And their tempo certainly is playing a factor as well. Jones with a big hole. Jones spun around, stays on his feet, and down near the 10 to the 12-yard line. Another first down, a 26-yard gain, and the Monarchs are in striking distance of the goal line.
Yeah, they did a great job of pulling their left tackle, Zach Barlev, who's their best, to find daylight, misdirection on the counter, perfect execution.
Joseph on the roll, end zone, too high. high for his intended target. A flag on the play intended for Gladding. Jordan Bass in coverage.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face. Defense number 2. Penalty enforced after distance to the goal. Automatic, first down.
That's Keyshawn Burgos, the senior, Chesterfield, Virginia. Costing the Hokies there. Markai James now checking in at tailback for the Monarchs for the first time.
Look at the look you get up top. 2 receivers in a stack formation. Simple look on the bottom, but you know they're going to mix it up and try some type of misdirection.
First and goal from the 6.
Running back moves to the left side, now back right.
Joseph on the keeper, trying to get the edge, dives into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard plunge for Colton Joseph, and Old Dominion strikes first.
Impressive. They gave you every look that said the strength to the run was going to be to the right. All they had was 2 wide receivers to the left that could block. But when you've got a quarterback as fast as Colton Joseph, you line him up one-on-one with the secondary defender, he can win the foot race to the pylon. That is Old Dominion football.
Thomas and Gladding. Great blocks there as receivers. 5 plays, 93 yards, 2 minutes and 24 off the clock. A very strange formation here.
They're so exotic, George. They won't even give you a simple formation on a PAT. They like to keep you guessing. Well, keep on the edge of your seat just on an extra point attempt. I like it.
Callahan for the extra point. Nice snap. Kick is up and good. So 7-0 ODU. The crowd with some murmurs, but here's what that drive looked like, Jay.
Great job by the quarterback, Colton Joseph, showing off his arms with a fantastic catch by the receiver, but I really like that play. 20 yards deep, they thought they had him contained. He found a way to turn nothing into something, and when you get him down to the end zone, great athletes are going to find the goal line. The Monarchs of Old Dominion come in here and add on to the misery which has been Virginia Tech football for the last half and a quarter.
So Virginia Tech had only 21 yards in the second half last week against Vanderbilt. At the moment, -5.
And, you know, you kind of question. I'm like, the one thing you can do is run the football against Old Dominion. They came out trying to establish the pass. Normally, when you're the bigger team, you come from the Power 4 conference, you want to push around your opponent to see if they can match up to your strength. I still think that Virginia Tech has to establish a running game, and they've got to get Chiron Drones going.
So Prelo, DJ Prelo and Tyler Mason to return the kick for Virginia Tech. Josh Hamill to kick it off for the Monarchs.
How impressive was that drive? They were 90-plus yards down the field. That's how you come in on the road and make a statement.
Oh, there's no doubt.
We're here to play.
Well, again, they have experience beating this team not that long ago, as we mentioned. Prelo to receive inside his 5. Darts forward and tripped up shy of the 35-yard line by Avon Isles. So it's time for our Food Lions Food for Thought. Jay, what do you got?
So Old Dominion stay ahead of the chains on first down. They must be positive, and defensively, Chris Trinidad, their best defensive lineman, has to be all over the field. Virginia Tech, productive offensive line play. They've been shuffling their offensive line all season. They're not healthy.
Receiving team number 16.
The O-line is not deep, but they have to make the most of it. And defensively, contain and swarm. Contain Colton Joseph, know where he is, and swarm to the football because he can be a deadly runner.
So we have a block in the back on Virginia Tech.
Correction, the foul was on number 13.
So the foul on Jarishus Hairston. So that backs up the Hokies.
Run the ball.
own 8-yard line. Terrion Stewart checking in for the first time. Brent Pry told us this kid came out of the womb to play running back. We'll see what he's got here. And they give it to him on the first play. And he's showing us why as he gets to the outside. And taken down, chopped down, just shy of the 40-yard line. Down to the 39. Jerome Carter chopped him down after a 31-yard gain and a first down.
Old Dominion only had 5 people in the box, close to 5 yards in the line of scrimmage. Good job of electing to get the running game involved. If they're going to show you 5 people in the box to stop the run, you have to gouge them, and that's what Virginia Tech did on the last play. And same look here. You see the 5 people close to the line of scrimmage? You got to bring more in for run support.
Here's Stewart again. And Stewart bowling over a defender, falling forward for a gain of 5. Botros Alessandro was run over there by Stewart, but was able to hold on to the tackle. And we're seeing what Brent Pry told us. He didn't lie to us. He said the kid was born to run. We've seen it already.
Absolutely. He runs with that forward lean, and they were happy to have him back this week. Use him in the bigger back versus a 3-2 scheme to stop the run.
Only had 3 carries against Vanderbilt last week. And he gets
good job by the quarterback.
Right, Kyron Drones.
Get him going.
Keeps it going. Just shy, though, the first down after the slide. Oh, no, they've now changed it. No, wait, hold on. We got an official shy of the marker here, as you see on your screen at the top. So they're going to have a conversation here, because the stadium is telling us that the Drones run was a first down.
And I thought Drones gave himself up a little bit too quickly on that one there, particularly a guy that likes contact. They're going to mark it when you start your slide, and I think the officials got it right, marking him a yard short.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and about a half yard for Drones and company. And Drones pushes forward, picks up the first down now.
Kyron Drones, the ball carrier. First down, Hokies.
So they've got a new offensive line out there because of injuries for Virginia Tech. Thomas Remack is the new starting left tackle. Aiden Lynch at right tackle in for Remack. And Tommy Ricard is in at right guard for Montavious Cunningham. So a shuffle up front. Another handoff, this time to Prelo. And Prelo goes forward for about 4.5, we'll call it.
Positive play on first down, establishing you can run the ball versus the smaller defensive line, I think will be the key. And then once you see Old Dominion make the adjustment, when they bring the safeties down into the box, then you can utilize the dual threat of Drones at quarterback.
2nd and 6 for Drones. Keeps again, makes a man miss. He's got a big hole, headed down the sideline, and out of bounds inside the 15. Run out of bounds by Steiger. A 22-yard gain and first down for the Hokies.
Old Dominion brought the safety down, trying to focus on stopping the run, but Virginia Tech unleashed Drones, made one guy miss in the backfield, and you see how he can escape with power and pick up the first down.
He faked out Culbreth there. Terrion Stewart back in the backfield with Drones. Stewart trying to push the pile, gets to the 10. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
Winning again on first down and just running the football. No need to pass until the other team shows they can stop your power in the trenches.
Well, usually the big difference between, to your point, the Power 4 schools and the group of 6 is the lines of scrimmage, basically.
Strength and speed, and the one thing that can neutralize speed is power.
Terrion Smith in trouble and corralled after a loss on the play there. Loss of 5. Great backfield penetration by Chris Trinidad, one of your keys.
He's a guy that has to be all over the field for this Old Dominion defensive line. More than capable of doing the job. A quick first step, active. Anytime you use 3 linemen, 3 defensive linemen, one guy's got to be special, and that's Chris Trinidad.
3rd and 11 for the Hokies.
This bear front here says you have to throw the football against it. They check out of it, go to a soft zone, so now the running game does become an option.
Drones. Gonna run for it. Makes a man miss. He's got a lane, and he's taken up, and he loses the football. They're gonna say he's down near the marker. Nope. They're gonna give him the first down.
The rule on the field, the runner's knee was down prior to becoming loose. First down, Virginia Tech.
Jeremy Mack knocked it loose, and Cole Daniels tried to get it from Drones.
When you go soft zone, you open yourself to the run. That ball's out.
Oh, yeah.
That ball is out. They need to take a look at that.
And the officials are whistling here to take a look. And Ricky Ronnie is irate.
You know, you have to understand a little bit because the rule says,
Charge timeout.
you know,
ODU.
every play
They're
should
first.
be reviewed. So a coach should not
Timeout
have
on
to
the
challenge
field.
every time. So if there's a ball on the ground in the turf, you wonder why the officials didn't get the buzz in earlier and say, let's take a look at this. So Ronnie's wondering, why do I have to sprint down here to get the timeout call?
All right, we'll take a break. We will step aside as Ricky Ronnie is still giving the officials an earful. Welcome back to Blacksburg. Old Dominion leading 7-0. Darryl DeBerry, the lead official, is under the hood, looking to see what happened here on the potential change of possession with Drones.
After further review, the runner fumbled the ball prior to his knee being down. There was an immediate recovery by the defense. First down, ODU.
So there you have it. Ricky Ronnie called the timeout, but it worked out for him. You see there, Mack with the punch out.
A great job, Matt. One of the captains on the defense clearly gets the ball out. Come up with a huge play for the Monarch defense and the recovery.
So Colton Joseph working out of his end zone. A handoff. Jones hit back. They'll give him a little positive yardage there of 2. Caleb Spencer on the tackle.
You still get the sense that Virginia Tech is having a hard time lining up against these exotic formations, knowing their assignments.
2nd and 8 for Joseph. And again changing the play at the line of scrimmage. We've seen this multiple times on each drive. They're giving him the keys to the car. Joseph will keep this time and met after a short gain, another 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 6. What do you do here if you're ODU?
Run the ball, give your quarterback a run-pass option. You can't afford to turn the ball over here. Punting the football away to Virginia Tech, not the worst thing you can do in this situation.
And that'll do it.
That is the end of the first quarter.
First quarter's over. Old Dominion leading by 7 and trying to get out of their own end zone.
All right, we're going.
Yep.
Welcome back to Lane Stadium. Old Dominion leading 7-0. Victoria caught up a moment ago with Old Dominion coach Ricky Ronnie.
Walk me through the last 2 minutes of the play with the fumble.
Yeah, I mean, I thought our guys did a nice job of getting that ball out. We got to contain the quarterback better. He did a great job of getting out, but our guys did a nice job of being ball aware and knocking it loose. And I saw it was a fumble, so that's the first time I've ever called timeout to do that. So I was actually pretty nervous, but I was pretty sure about that one.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joseph on a 3rd and 6 goes deep, and it's caught by Gladding, but a flag on the play. Gladding makes the catch in Hokie territory. Isaiah Cash in coverage.
Pass interference. Defense number 18. That penalty's declined. It's ordered to play. It's a first down.
So first down for the Monarchs. 44-yard gain. Cash there.
This is too easy. Right here, you see this matchup here as a pre-snap read as a quarterback. It gets no easier than that. That was just a sprint down the field with a perfectly thrown pass.
Joseph back to work to the air. Pocket collapsing, and he goes down and loses his helmet, loses the football for a second. 3 flags on the play. Kamari Copeland and Ben Bell met at the quarterback. Grabbed the face mask. Bell looks like he got the face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 33, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
There he is, and Brent Pry telling him, come on, man.
This is a tough one. I mean, this is an effort. Bell comes off the edge. You're there for a tackle, for a loss, or a sack, but just reaches out and grabs the helmet. Easy call for the official to make. And just like that, you had Old Dominion backed up inside their own 5, and now they're driving on it.
So now they're at the 34 of the Hokies.
2 safeties high with the look says you should run the ball if you're Old Dominion. Not a lot of run support there for Virginia Tech.
Joseph to the boundary to Gladding. Gladding stays on his feet, picks up the first down, and then some as he gets down to the 20-yard line, a gain of 14 on the play. Good block there by his wide receiver mate, Ja'Cory Thomas.
And I love the play. Just an extended handoff with the bubble screen to the short side of the field and allow your wide receivers to interact in the running game.
Joseph keeps, turns the corner, gets popped, though, inside the 15-yard line after a 6-yard gain. Dante Lovett with a big hit.
You like Joseph. When he gets the edge, he's a quarterback that can run away from you. He can take the angle from you. So once he's got you squared up, number 57 there, Jeanette, you're not going to catch him when he lines you up like that. Good job of playing the quarterback run game by Colton Joseph.
To your point, he had a 75-yard touchdown run to open the season against Indiana. 2nd and 4. They give it this time to James. James gets to the sticks. They'll give him the first down. 4-yard gain.
Slow developing play with Old Dominion once again using the misdirection to go along with the formations to continue to keep this Hokie defense on their heels.
1st and goal from the 10 for the Monarchs. Looking to go up 2 scores.
Got the tight end number 9 flexed at the top of the screen for run support on the perimeter if they choose to go there.
A lot of substitutions in this game for Virginia Tech on defense. I don't know if they're sending a message to the defense or they just feel like they need to keep guys fresh. James to the outside, walks into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard score, and it's 13-0 Monarchs. The boos are out again.
The patience on display by James. Wait for it, wait for it. 11. Flowers, Tyson Flowers takes a poor angle. James makes him pay for it with the juke move and a bounce to the outside.
The visiting fans are having a good time, though.
They've seen their offense go 90-plus yards back-to-back drives. That's a lot to cheer about, and if you're a Virginia Tech fan, kind of understand the blues in that situation.
Callahan for the extra point. Up and good, a 97-yard drive for the Monarchs.
The ability to expose them, and when you've got running backs that know how to find the end zone, you take a poor angle. If you're on the road trying to pull the upset, you have to make them pay, and that's what the Monarchs did. Folks, let's do something we call Jay's Gimme 5. This week, the 5 things you must know about Virginia Tech football. Number 5, that 1999 season was special when they went to the national championship game. Number 4, special teams play special here at this stadium. Long-time fixture of this program. 3, they don't get the credit for what they do with their in-state talent. The guys like Michael Vick, the guys like Bruce Smith, D'Angelo Hall, Tyrod Taylor, they're from the state of Virginia. We know about the legendary Frank Beamer and the Beamer ball. And George, we saw for the first time, Enter the Sandman. It's real, isn't it, buddy?
Oh, it's definitely real. You know what else is real? The Monarchs have their first lead ever at Lane Stadium, and they're up 2 scores at the moment. Prelude taken down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Prelude on the return.
You see, I do my research with the top of the stairs. That's the local watering hole. You find a good beverage. But I left one thing off that list, George.
What did you leave?
This place is beautiful.
Oh, it is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. I forgot. When you take the drive up and you see the foliage that we saw earlier with the shots here, the stadium located in the mountains. Thought I saw Daniel Boone as I was driving in. Then Davy Crockett gave me a high five. Special place to see a football game here at Virginia Tech.
Well, Kyron Drones needs to show us how special he can be as a talent. Only 4 yards passing at the moment. Pop pass there to Selden. Tries to get the edge. Breaks free. And take it down at the 25-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Carter Williams met him there at the 25. We have a player down for the Monarchs at the 22-yard line.
Officials timeout for defensive injury.
All right, we'll step aside as now Atullah is being tended to by the trading staff.
And he pops.
All right, we are here in Blacksburg as now Atullah popped up.
Game clock operator, please set the game clock to 12 minutes and 15 seconds. 1215. Thank you.
So 12:15 here in the second quarter as they reset the clock. 14-0, a stunning score here at Lane Stadium.
Second and 5.
So second and 5 for the Hokies. Jones keeps, dives forward, has enough for the first down as he gets past the 30. Jeremy Mack covered him up after the 5-yard gain.
And we know that Old Dominion had some trouble stopping the run. The jet sweep they ran on the previous play, that's a high-risk, high-reward type of run. If you can get to the outside, great. But if not, you can lose yardage. I want to see more of the downhill running game for Virginia Tech. Run downhill in between the tackles to try to push them around.
This time Stewart reverses course, cuts back inside, picks up 5.
Terry and Stewart on the carry.
Mario Easterly took him down. And this is what you wanted to see. And honestly, it worked up until they fumbled the ball inside the 5-yard line on their last drive.
Forcing the Monarchs to prove they can stop the run. And I think defensively, the defensive coordinator, Blake Sealer's got to be a little nervous for Old Dominion because Virginia Tech is starting to run the ball very successfully.
And we mentioned that Virginia Tech is shuffling guys on defense. They've also had to shuffle guys on the O-line too. Stewart with a big hole on the left side, tries to get to the boundary, picks up the first down as he gets to the 46-yard line. An 11-yard gain for the Hokies, and Stewart is playing well in this one. Drones, play action, pressure coming in his face, lofts one down the field, and it's picked off. Jerome Carter at the 10-yard line. And Drones overshot his target, Isaiah Spencer, and Old Dominion continues to control this game.
One high safety, great job by Carter. Reading the quarterback's eyes, he's over the top. We've got coverage underneath by Steiger, and Carter comes over for the interception. George, let me put you on the spot here. Let's play it out here. They were running the ball successfully on first down.
Yep.
Why throw the ball? Is that an honest question to answer? Has Old
I
Dominion...
get taking a shot, but until you can get some points on the board, just do what's working. I'm with you.
Well, my question is, has ODU shown they can stop the running game?
They have not. So I'm with you on that. You're almost letting them off the hook, to your point.
Yeah.
So Colton Joseph back at it, hands it off to Travion Hargrove, gets his first carry of the game. Drones, by the way, man, he is having a rough one today. Drones is 2 of 6 for 9 yards and an interception. We'll see what Colton Joseph is up to here as he's 5 of 6 for 118 yards. Second and 8. Joseph throws on the run, incomplete at the 25-yard line intended for Ja'Cory Thomas. Flag on the play. I see something back at the... No, it looks like that might just be
confetti monster.
Something confetti, right, some glittery confetti, yeah. Good call, there it is. But it looks yellow from way up here.
Important on this third down that they keep an eye and keep Colton Joseph in the pocket. Do not allow him to extend the play.
3rd and 8. Joseph, pocket collapsing, throws to the boundary, complete for a first down. To the 26-yard line, Ja'Cory Thomas with a 12-yard gain.
Too much cushion given up by Williams, the cornerback. Virginia Tech's looking for somebody to step up in that secondary, particularly at the cornerback position, and make some plays.
Joseph too high there for Gladdick. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 upcoming.
And now, if you're Virginia Tech, you neutralize them on first down with the incomplete pass. Your defense has to step up right now. Old Dominion's behind the chains, 2nd and long. You have to put your best foot forward right now and stop them from getting this first down to get them off the field.
Hand it off to Hargrove. Hargrove cuts back inside, spun around and picks up the first down as he's down to the 37-yard line. Jaden Keller brought him down after an 11-yard gain.
This was a great job by the offensive line. They went with the misdirection. They're going to get everybody on the left side over to the right side, led by their best lineman, who's Barlev, the left tackle. Really good job.
Monarchs on the move again. Again to Hargrove. This time stood up after a gain of 1.
Take a look at what they do on that previous play here. This is what you want to do. You get these guys around here, and then you want patience from your runner to find a crease. You'll see them move the whole left side of the line. They'll come around. And then you're saying, where's the patience? Where's the patience? Now I got a crease on the outside. That's the vision that you need.
2nd and 9 for the Monarchs. Joseph fires, and it's caught there by Ja'Cory Thomas, cutting back towards the middle of the field and taken down after a first down inside the 30, a 33-yard gain. And that one fluttered a little bit, but it got there. The Hokies gambled for a pick and came up empty.
Coach Pry said they're trying some young guys in the secondary because they need some corners to make plays. That ball, as you said, fluttered in the air for quite a while. You have to be able to at least defend the pass, but not able to make the pass break up, and the Monarchs make them pay with another big play.
Traquan Jones back in there at tailback. Had a 93-yard touchdown run against NC Central last week. Play action. Joseph over the middle again. Complete. This time to his tight end, Jalen Butler. Another first down, a gain of 18 on the play.
Exotic formation, got him again. A tight end runs right down the middle of the defense because they can't identify him.
We have a flag at the 28-yard line.
There's no foul on the play for illegal formation. First down.
Now that's twice we've had that because these funky formations are maybe throwing some of the officials off a little bit.
Exactly. It's exotic every play, and I'm loving it. You have to identify who's the most dangerous man or person on each snap of the ball, and that time they were able to sneak their tight end Butler in the backfield looking like a running back, and he ran up the seam untouched.
9th play of the drive for the Monarchs. Looking to take a 3-score lead. Jones up the middle, in the end zone for a touchdown. An 11-yard score. And we have a stunned crowd here at Lane Stadium. And they're letting their team know it. Untouched into the end zone.
They don't know what they're looking at. I mean, The defense is kind of pointing fingers like who you're supposed to have them. And we talked about they have to play as a unit. But together, they're not all seeing the same things. And Old Dominion is exploiting them.
Callahan for the extra point is up and good. 21-0. Old Dominion stunning Virginia Tech here at home. Untouched. Raekwon Jones putting him up 3 scores. In his 31st season as the Hokies radio play-by-play man, serves as a professor at Virginia Tech School of Communication, where he helped launch the Sports Media Analytics program. The program prepares aspiring journalists to produce and deliver sports news. He taught a handful of graduates working our production tonight, as well as a handful of players on Tech's football team. Former students describe Bill as a dedicated, knowledgeable, passionate, and committed to helping Virginia Tech students develop. ESPN supports the College Football Playoff Foundation's Extra Yard for Teachers Week each year to celebrate great teachers across the country who have inspired so many of us like Bill has. Nominate a great teacher in your community by visiting cfpfoundation.org. The last 3 drives for Old Dominion as they have a 3-touchdown lead, 93, 97, and 88 yards, Jay.
Wow. So that means they're averaging about 90 yards per scoring drive. That's what my Howard math says, and it's been impressive. Fun to watch, and they really still have Virginia Tech guessing what to do on defense.
Prelo receives, weaving through traffic, flag trailing the play as he's taken down shy of the 25.
It's up near the 25-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 88, 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's Christian Evans, the 5th penalty for the Hokies tonight. The Hokies, dating back to halftime of their game against Vanderbilt here last week, have been outscored 55-0 in the last 3.5 quarters.
Ugh. Is that a word? Ugh.
I mean, it might be. I feel like that's the reaction from the audience here right now. Marcellus Hawkins back in at tailback for the Hokies. Old Dominion showing blitz. Here they come. Drones on the run, and Drones hit after a modest gain. Jackson Forrest with the tackle after a gain of about 4.
Now, if you're Virginia Tech, you've seen an opposing offense go down the field 90-plus yards on you 3 times in this game. You got to respond. You're at home. You're down 21-0. You need to go 90-plus yards to try and get into the end zone desperately.
Hawkins squirts through the hole, picks up the first down to the 21-yard line, a 7-yard gain.
On the carry, first down.
And to your point, Jay, when they run the ball, they look just fine.
They're positive on first down runs. They're getting 4 yards a carry. They're playing ahead of the sticks. Do not do Old Dominion any favors by throwing the football.
And just because you're down 3 scores, it's early enough where you can keep running the ball here if you want. Drones gets it out in the flat to Hawkins, picks up a couple. Steiger took him down.
And you're exactly right. I mean, you have to have the patience right now. You have to believe in it. Run the ball down the field. If you get a score, you'll get the ball back. You start the second half, and you'll be right back in this game.
They did defer after winning the toss. 1-yard gain. We'll call it 2, actually. This is kind of in between. Second and a long 8, we'll call it. And Hawkins breaks a tackle in the backfield, turns upfield, and gets positive yardage past the 30. Near the marker, looks to be just shy. Keyshawn Thomas, the freshman, brought him down. A 7-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and short upcoming.
Hawkins done a good job of giving Stewart a spell. They saw Hawkins the best all-around back that they've got in the backfield. Good out the backfield and passing, as well as running the ball and blocking. Right now, run downhill. Nothing sideways. Go right at him and pick up this yard. Uh-oh.
And flags on the field. There seems to be 2 flags on the field.
Delay a game. Defense. Number 18. Disconcerting signals. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
And that is a point of emphasis. That's Jackson Forrest, the true freshman out of North Carolina. That is a point of emphasis for college football this season. These disconcerting signals, where you can't mimic the snap count or anything like that. And they caught Jackson Forrest doing something wrong there for sure. A first down for the Hokies as they're at the 35. Hawkins again bursts through the hole. Picks up 7.
Stick with it on the ground. You know, I'm a quarterback by nature that loves to throw the football all around, but a quarterback's best friend, particularly when the numbers aren't where you want them to see completion-wise, the running game. And this running game seems like it's able to help out. They just have to believe in it and continue to run the football.
2nd and 3 for Drones and company. Drones on the keep and gets tripped up in the backfield. Jeremy Mack, who punched out the fumble earlier, makes a play on Drones.
Everything on the pre-snap alignment said run the football to the left. They've got 5 bodies on the right, only 2 to the left. You've got to hand that ball off to 27 and allow him to run for the first down. So you have to put that on the quarterback. He's in charge of the running game. He called his own number and was running uphill. Good job by the Monarchs defense making him pay.
5-yard loss. It's 3rd and 8 here now for the Hokies. Drones. Pressure coming. Avoids one tackler. Still trying to get around guys and wisely throws it out of bounds. And the Hokies will be forced to punt as Fred Giles and Chris Trinidad, who is their best defensive lineman, chased out Drones, and the fans are not thrilled here at Lane Stadium.
And I go back to that previous play when you've got 2nd and 4. You have to run the ball to the left. You run to the right. You take a 4-yard loss, put yourself in an obvious passing situation. You have to manage the running game, particularly when it's working. And right now,
why to the left as opposed to the right?
Because they had 5 defenders to the right.
Okay.
They only had 2 on the left. So number counts say you can run it more effectively if they go on to the left side.
So Gladding fields the punt. No return, 37-yard punt, 21-0 Monarchs. Old Dominion over the Hokies. Welcome back to ACC Network College Football, presented by ServPro. George Sedano, Jay Walker, Victoria Arlen with you here in Blacksburg in a stunner. I mean, there's really no other way to describe it at the moment. Old Dominion has never won here at Lane Stadium. Markai James pushes forward for a couple of yards. 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Finish. I would say, Old Dominion, you want to finish this first half domination, going into the locker room on a positive note, increase your lead, whether it's by 3 points or 7, but do not take your foot off the gas.
Joseph tosses it to the sideline to Johnson, his tight end, has enough for the first down, but a flag back near the 25.
There is misdirection, and then there's more misdirection, and then there's misdirection upon misdirection with an option to pass at the end of it. Just wonder if the offensive line might have been downfield. That's what this penalty may be.
We'll hear from Darryl DeBerry here in a moment.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, automatic, first down.
He did not give us a number, though. But Dawson Johnson with the catch and the first down, and they tack on some more yardage there, 15 yards past where he was tackled. So they will set the ball up at the 41-yard line of the Hokies. Virginia Tech, if you're wondering, Their largest home halftime deficit in the last 20 years was 24-0 to Miami back in 2014. Old Dominion looking to at least tie that mark as we approach the 2-minute timeout. Old Dominion will have 2 timeouts and the ball in Hokies territory with a 3-touchdown lead, looking to add more. And the crowd here nervous for sure. (21-0) Old Dominion here as we get near halftime. The numbers there ugly for sure for the Hokies. The Hokies have 2 turnovers, 14 points off those turnovers for Old Dominion. As we come out of the 2-minute timeout, Colton Joseph, 9 of 12, 198 yards, has a touchdown on the ground. Ball on the 41-yard line of the Hokies. Joseph, with time, takes a deep shot. Incomplete. Just past the outstretched arms of Ja'Cory Thomas. Isaiah Brown Murray in coverage.
They made that adjustment, so they put IBM over onto the boundary side of the corner, realizing that's where Old Dominion likes to attack. IBM is their best cover guy, so in that one-on-one matchup up top, they feel comfortable with number 9 up top.
2nd and 10 for Joseph and the Monarchs. Joseph to Mabanassor, and pushed out of bounds after a modest gain there to the 37. Gain of 4 on the play. 3rd down and manageable here. 3rd and 6.
And you have to think you let the clock run down if you're caught inbounds. Slow play the clock. Take a look at the free safety, number 11, Tyson Flowers. Getting close to the line of scrimmage. They're really putting a lot of pressure on him to be in the right spot and make a play.
They give it to James, and nowhere to go there. Christian Ellis read that the whole way for the Hokies, a 2-yard loss. And what do you do here if you're the Monarchs?
I punt the ball away. Try to pin him and force him the best you can right now. I want to preserve the shutout. 4th down, and Virginia Tech just has a short field to try and get in the field goal range.
Well, they're in no man's land, and their offense is going nowhere. They are staying on the field.
You would have liked for the runner to stay in bounds so the clock would have ticked and forced Virginia Tech to call timeout. But now, Virginia Tech can get a stop here, get the ball back. They can get some points before the half, maybe.
4th and 8. Joseph avoids the pressure, throws on the run, almost intercepted a dangerous pass. IBM was there to knock it down. A flag on the play. A flag at the 28-yard line. Oh boy.
I like the mentality, hey, we're on the road, we're pulling the upset, we're going for the win.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 23. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic, 1st down.
Thomas Williams, the redshirt sophomore from South Carolina, getting the start today and costing the Hokies big there.
And this is away from the action. The hand gets caught in there, and the official made the call. There's enough there. It's a tough one, particularly when you think the play was going away from there.
That's the killer right there, too, on top of it all. 7 for 74 penalties for the Hokies. 7th penalty for 74 yards. A 1st down for the Monarchs. Inside the 25. They're in field goal range. They give it to James up the middle. James pushes forward to the 20. Caleb Woodson on the tackle after a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and a timeout for Virginia Tech.
They're first, 30 seconds.
So what are you talking about here if you're the Hokies?
keep everything in front of you right now. If you're going for, they try to run the ball, try and strip the ball out of there. You need some type of spark because, as you mentioned, they're already well within field goal range. So right now, they're trying to cut their losses. You can live with the field goal attempt. You can't live with giving up another touchdown, and identify what they're going to try and do. Come out there and say, you know what, when they get in this situation, they like to run this formation. We have to see it to stop it.
George Sedano, Jay Walker, Victoria Arlen with you here. A stunning turn of events in the first half. 21-0 Old Dominion. This off the heels of Virginia Tech giving up 34 unanswered in the second half to Vanderbilt, which is the worst second half run Virginia Tech has ever had in Lane Stadium dating back 60 years. 2nd and 6. James with a hole, falling forward, picks up the first down as he gets inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line, a 7-yard gain, and ODU is in control on this drive.
They knew something exotic was coming. They went with a sprint draw to pick up the first down, and now Old Dominion is going to take their time snapping this football. I'm pretty sure you'll see more runs coming up.
Are you surprised they're winning the line of scrimmage?
Very much so. Very much so, particularly the conference they play in against a Power 4 conference.
Joseph on the run, flag on the play, lost one to the end zone, touchdown! Trey Brown hauls it in, but we'll see what the laundry's about at the 18.
That's a hold on the line of scrimmage. That should be coming back.
Personal foul, legal hands to the face, defense number 2. That 15-yard penalty was being forced on the kick. Is ordered to play, touchdown.
That's Keyshawn Burgos. That's his second penalty of the game, and it is 27-0.
Yeah, I thought when he got by Barlev, number 2, Burgos, I thought that was a hold. Instead, it was on the defense. And, you know, sometimes you are what your record says you are, and we're seeing an undefeated team going against a team that's winless, and Old Dominion continues to step on the gas.
So Trey Brown with the score there. Callahan for the extra point. Right through the uprights. 28-0. And the only happy people in the building are the ones wearing that light blue color right there.
A lot to smile about if you're Old Dominion, and I would not want to be a Virginia Tech football player going into the locker room for multiple reasons outside of the score. But you have to think some tongue lashing is coming, and there's going to be a lot of finger pointing in that locker room.
Well, this is a very tenuous moment for Brent Pry. There is no question about it. I don't think we can tiptoe around that situation because, again, they haven't been 0-3 since 1987. That's the first season of Frank Beamer. This is year 4 of Brent Pry.
I mean, he had us going, talking about the years when they've started 0-2. They've come back and they've won conference championships, and they've figured out ways to do it.
And the kickoff will be from the 50, Jay, because of the penalty. All 4 touchdown drives for ODU, 77 yards or longer. 334 yards of total offense. Coming up tonight at 10:30 Eastern following us, Boston College is out west squaring off against Stanford. Their first meeting since 2002. Also available on the all-new ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. West Durham, Steve Adazio, Dana Boyle will have the call there. BC and Stanford have played 4 times, the home team winning each time. Stanford in desperate need also of a victory as well. Dylan Lonergan for Boston College, even in a loss last week, looked fantastic against Michigan State, nearly 400 yards through the air.
Definitely a playmaker. He's going to have to go out west and make some plays.
So here's Drones, back to work. Finds his man on a crosser. It's Spencer, and out of bounds past the 30 to the 33, but a flag comes in late at the 39-yard line. An 8-yard gain. We'll see if it stands.
There's no foul on the play. Second down.
That's the third time we've seen that in this game where the officials have thrown a flag and then picked it up. So 2nd and 2, 46 seconds to go. Virginia Tech with 2 timeouts. Drones. Pressure coming. He avoids it and then slides shy of the sticks, though, because again, it's where he begins the slide. So you hear the crowd not pleased, and another timeout for Virginia Tech.
She gets it.
Charge timeout.
She understands it. Run, get the first down.
30 seconds.
As a quarterback, you have to know where that line is. You can take a quick peek. Once you escape, take a quick peek, look for the pylon, go head first, lower the shoulder.
Honestly, even where his feet touched, I mean, he wasn't even close to the mark. Yeah.
Still very shortened.
You just got to have the awareness.
Yes. And I think what the fan is looking for is not just the awareness, the want, the will. Realizing these are desperate times. We can't leave anything to chance. Run somebody over. Try and get a spark.
We have an injury update. Let's check in with Victoria.
Yeah, the injury update is for Old Dominion number 10, Koa Nawatala. He went into the 10 after going down to get his left leg checked out, and he is out for the game.
Wow, thank you, Victoria. That's a big loss for them. He was getting his first action this season. He was voted the team captain, and he'd been dealing with injuries to begin with coming in. Virginia Tech 1 of 5 on 3rd downs. They have a 3rd and 1 here. They hand it off. And Stewart, I don't know if he got there. Seth Nawatala, his brother, made the tackle, and they'll give him the first down. Koa's brother made the tackle. So they sub out Nawatala, Koa Nawatala, and they bring in Seth, and he makes a play, but Virginia Tech with the first down. Drones with plenty of time, but nobody open, so he's going to have to tuck it and run, and runs out of bounds. Shy of the marker by about 2 yards. So an 8-yard gain. We
Time
have
out on the field for a defensive injury.
And that one is Seth Nawatala.
Now, we got to keep an eye on that right there. With both brothers coming in, they were a little thin at the linebacker position as well.
And there's mom and dad. You see the concern on their face. Mario Thompson is unavailable, who's a starter at linebacker as well. Both Nawatala brothers now getting hurt. You see Ricky Ronnie there checking in on him. Jason Henderson, who has been their star at linebacker for many years, was battling injuries the last couple. He retired after the Indiana game because of the injuries. So they are very thin all of a sudden at linebacker.
You know, we've seen going into the season, the linebackers, that was the strength of this defense. They had some veterans coming back. Henderson was an all-conference fantastic player, and now that's one of their thin spots on the defense. But they still, to the coach's credit, they have not missed a beat defensively.
It can turn on a dime for sure. If you're Virginia Tech, again, 1 timeout left, 15 seconds. You want to at least try to get into field goal range. Drones checks it down to Hawkins, and Hawkins trying to get to midfield, picks up the first down. It'll stop the clock briefly as they reset the chains. Down to the 49 timeout, Virginia Tech. 8 seconds left.
Charge timeout. Virginia Tech. They're 3rd.
So
30 seconds.
I mean, do you have time to still try to work something out of bounds with 8 seconds?
Well, it's college football, so maybe you steal the first down, get a big explosive down the middle, you get up there and you spike it. You can do that in 8 seconds, but it's got to be quick and efficient for you to do it.
That's tough.
You know Dominguez is going to be playing to play the sideline. So I would attack a seam, get down right away, run up there and try to spike it. But they still need a Nice little chunk of change in order to get in field goal range.
So they've got first down here at the 49. We'll be curious to see the path they choose here on offense. Again, just a stunned crowd here. It's incredibly quiet at the moment. 4 receivers out there and Hawkins in the backfield. Drones gets wrapped up and taken down. The ball is loose. Nope. Yeah, it was loose and recovered there by one of the offensive linemen. So that'll do it for the first half. Listen to this crowd. Outscored in their last 4 quarters, 62-0. The Hokies faithful, not happy. Let's send it to the studio for halftime. Welcome back to ACC Network Football here at Lane Stadium, presented by ServPro. The road team, Old Dominion, with a 28-0 lead against Virginia Tech. The Hokies, a disastrous first half. The hangover is real, Jay. They've been outscored 62-0 in their last 4 quarters. What's been the problem today?
It's kind of like, which one of you guys hit me? They don't know who hit me. Did you hit me? Did somebody hit me from over there? But they're getting hit. And they're getting hit with the use of these exotic formations that Old Dominion has brought to the party. Every time they come out, flex a tight end, give me 4 guys outside of the box. What does that do? That puts pressure on the safety to come up and make an outstanding play. When that doesn't happen, he peeks in the backfield, it becomes a foot race to the pylon, and the quarterback wins. What do they do again? Same look. Let's give you 4 guys outside the box. Who are we putting the pressure on? We're going to look at this safety here and take a look at his angle to see what he does. Does he make the outstanding play from the secondary? Takes a poor angle, gives up contained, bounces to the outside, another touchdown. They're making it look easy. Schematically, Old Dominion has thrown a lot at this Hokie defense, and the Hokies have not responded well.
So Kyron Drones and company will have an uphill battle here. Josh Hamill to kick it off for Old Dominion, a 28-0 lead. The largest halftime deficit at Lane Stadium in 20 years. Cameron Selden to return the kick, along with Tyler Mason for the Hokies.
Does this go back to how we opened up this game? Like, this could be the most important half of football we see in the Brent Pry era.
Oh, I don't think there's any question at the moment, trailing 28-0 against ODU. Again, ODU popped Virginia Tech down in Norfolk back in 2022. Selden to bring it out. A big hole, darting through and taken down just shy of the 30 by Davon Isles. Let's check in with Victoria.
Speaking with Coach Pry, he told me that they are more than capable from crawling back from this. They just need to take it one series at a time and not focus on the score. But speaking of the score, speaking with Coach Ronnie, I asked him simply, are you surprised by this lead? And he looks at me and goes, nope.
I'm out on the field for a defensive injury.
Hey, good answer.
It is Isles, the injured player, who made the tackle on Selden. Yeah, Victoria, listen, he's been very confident about his team. He feels like Colton Joseph is coming into his own, and Isles being helped off. A sophomore from Texas. He had a big hit on Selden and is shaken up.
And I'm a guy that believes, like, the best coaches earn their money first 4 minutes coming out of halftime. And let's see, we saw a spirited return there by the special teams. Now let's see if that can jumpstart the offense.
Well, Terrion Stewart is back there with Drones. He has 7 carries for 52 yards. Drones on the move. He's going to try to turn the corner and takes a hit down the sideline, and a flag on the play, 2 flags on the play. As Brent Pry trying to get guys out of there. Jeremy Mack with the hit on Drones. He's made 2 big plays on Drones already today in this one. This could be a negative play for his team.
but I like it if you're Virginia Tech. The quarterback observing the blow. We said he likes to get hit.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds, defense number 4. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, automatic, first down.
And that's Mack, the fifth-year senior transfer from Colorado.
I mean, close play. Oh, that's a close one. You got a 240-pound quarterback turning the corner on you. Matt kind of absorbed the blow there, but that's a good sign for Virginia Tech. Quarterback took the hit. Maybe that's a spark that gets him going where he decides to hit that switch and become the phenom he can be.
Drones and company at the 47-yard line after the penalty. Stewart up the middle and met at the 50 by Mario Easterly. Also Seth Nawatala is back in the game at middle linebacker for ODU, a 3-yard gain. Second and 7 upcoming here for Drones and company. Kyron Drones, 5 of 10, 25 yards, 1 interception, and a fumble. Technically 2 fumbles, because the last play of the half was considered a fumble. So 3 turnovers all on Drones. Drones has to step up and gets swallowed up in the backfield, but a flag comes in late as Drones is taken down at the 40 by Cole Daniels, big Cole Daniels, the senior from Mississippi. We'll see what Darryl DeBerry tells us about the flag.
Holding. Offense number 76. That penalty is declined. Third down.
That's Aiden Lynch, the redshirt freshman out of New Jersey, Mount Olive High School. And things are going from bad to worse here for the Hokies.
The previous play, they brought the blitz and the protection was there for a little while, but no place to go with the football. Now bringing up 3rd and long.
3rd and 15 for Drones. With time, he fires to the sideline, caught by Gosnell, the tight end, but well shy of the marker as he gets into ODU territory. You got to go here, don't you?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you all the way, George. They picked up enough yardage there where you say we're down by 28. We crossed midfield, so it's not as risky. Go for it here.
12-yard gain, so 4th and 3.
And if I'm Drones, if I see any type of zone coverage, I'm looking to take off to run to pick up 3 yards for the first down.
Drones, pressure coming, dumps it off, complete to his running back Marcellus Hawkins, but looks to be just shy. Jaleel Culbreth wrapped up Hawkins about a half-yard shy of the marker.
The runner was short of the line of game. It's a turnover on downs. First down, ODU.
Wow.
You cannot have a worse start coming out of the locker room than a turnover on downs.
And by the way, if you look at the crowd by the ODU sideline.
The previous play that the runner was short of the line of game is under further review.
So they'll take one more look. Ooh, I don't know. He might have gotten the ball over there. I got to see where his knee is.
Culbreth with a good job of pursuit, but very close, closer than we thought. You can't go by the marker because that got moved, but
yeah, I don't know if you can.
Not enough to overturn.
Again, it's got to be conclusive, right, to overturn. So I don't know where his knee is as opposed to the ball in that scenario.
That official right there, he was pretty deliberate with keeping his mark where he thought he saw the knee go down. I think they may review to get some help in the booth on where was the location of the ball when the knee was down. That would be the only hope you have if you're Virginia Tech.
Culbreth, by the way, with an excellent play. I mean, he was on it the whole way.
There. The knee's down there, then it's not enough to say he got it.
Yeah, we can't see the knee. Because Culbreth's body is blocking.
There, if the knee's down there, I would say short.
Yeah.
But if it's there, it becomes close. So much riding on this call with the review.
Right, because you give the ball to ODU in really good field position.
To start the second half.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First down, ODU.
Oh, boy.
Did Colbert run down the line or what? He's a former defensive end that they moved to linebacker, and he took a perfect angle down the line to keep the receiver short of the first down. Hats off play.
So ODU already in complete control and looking to put a real stranglehold on this game. Joseph to the boundary, complete to his tight end, Butler, not much there. As IBM, Isaiah Brown Murray with the tackle, a 2-yard loss. So maybe Virginia Tech's defense can make a stand here as their backs are against the wall. Second and 12. They give it to Jones. Big hole up the middle, and Jones busts through, gets near the sticks. They're going to give him the first down.
Patient running by Jones, allowing the lineman to come and pull, create a home, and find a crease.
Ball at the 45-yard line.
Now, you don't see Virginia Tech moving. So you just saw them make an extra shift, but Virginia Tech didn't adjust to it.
And Jones breaks a tackle, plowing through defenders as he gets to the 39-yard line, a 6-yard gain. Missed tackle there by Jaden Keller, the senior from Tennessee.
And that was just a fantastic individual effort by Jones. Coaches can only put you in the right place so much. You have to make a play. And on that run there, fantastic job of second effort.
Second and 4. They check it down to Jones, who's got some space, and tackled from behind by Keller. It'll be a first down, though, a 7-yard gain. And the Hokies are in deep trouble here. First and 10 from the 32. And we've seen Joseph throw the ball plenty here, coming off his best passing game of his career against NC Central. His coach, Ricky Ronnie, told us, this young man, we know he can do it with his legs, but we're seeing it through the air as well. Jones taken down after a short gain of 1. Caleb Woodson was there to plug up the hole. I've been very impressed with Joseph.
Absolutely. I mean, very efficient throwing the ball, high completion percentage. We've seen him run well and manage the running game.
Richard, sophomore from Newport Beach, goes back to the air. Dangerous pass there towards the sideline. Incomplete, intended for Trey Brown. Isaiah Brown Murray in coverage.
IBM is their cover guy, and we've seen him make some plays. He's been the one defender in that secondary playing cornerback. When balls are hanging in the air, he's getting his hands on them, getting deflections, which they weren't able to get earlier towards the field corner.
3rd and 10. Hokies need a stop here in the worst way.
So that's the shift. Give them the exact formation to see if Virginia Tech can adjust.
Joseph with time, fires behind his receiver. They're not on the same page there. The intended target was Trey Brown. So 4th down. And the punting unit coming out for Old Dominion. Ian Brandt. No, actually, check that. They're going to try a field goal here. Riley Callahan came out. A 50-yard attempt. When we asked Coach Ronnie Where do you feel comfortable? You asked him the question, Jay. He said 50.
50.
I'm good with 50. Let's see if he can make it. And the kick is up, and it is good.
When everything's clicking, George, everything's clicking. He said 50. He knocked it down from 50.
A stunning turn of events here thus far in Blacksburg. Despite the 0-2 start, this place was packed to start the game here at Lane Stadium. It's 31-0, and this is what it looks like now. And there's 9:54 to go in the third quarter, Jay.
Same section, same students, but not the same ambiance. That was electric. And, you know, you can fool the people some of the times, but you can't fool them all the time. They gave the team a mulligan after last week's second-half performance versus Vanderbilt. And as we mentioned, the hangover's been real. I think there's more folks in shock.
Well, I think they've gone from shock and disbelief to maybe anger. The worst thing you can have is apathy, though. And that's something that their athletic director, Rick Babcock, talked about earlier this week, that's the death nail, and you can't have that. And it's not looking good at the moment for sure. Coming up tonight at 10:30 Eastern, Boston College is out west squaring off against Stanford for the first time since 2002. Also available on the all-new ESPN app. Watch anyway. Guy West Durham, Steve Adazio, the coach, and Dana Boyle on the call. Andrew Luck and company looking to get their first win. Frank Reich, their interim head coach. Still a lot of game left, but it's looking bleaker and bleaker for the Hokies. A completion there to Hairston, the tight end, and he picks up the first down as he gets to the 37-yard line.
A good effort by the big tight end. That's what you're looking for right now. Effort. If you're an offensive player and you get the ball either by a pass or running the ball, extra effort. Don't let one guy bring you down. Realize there's a sense of urgency in this football game.
Hawkins breaking tackles, flag on the play though. Picks up a couple, but we'll see what the infraction is.
Holding, offense number 55, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Thomas Remack, who's now at left tackle. He's their starting right tackle, but because of injuries to Johnny Garrett, he's having to play left tackle.
Moving over and kind of gets beat on the inside move, and they call him for the hook. Right there, the umpire can make the call. Remock's the best offensive lineman of the bunch for Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
but showing his versatility going from the right side to the left.
He held Javen Gibson, the 9th penalty for Virginia Tech, cost him 99 yards. Drones again checks it down to Hawkins, and Hawkins out of bounds after a short gain. Alessandro chased him out. So second down and 18.
And just so quickly, this game has become, all right, lose a game plan, and Drones has to win it for you. Because enough time is ticked off where you're down by 31. You've got to throw the ball. You need some explosive plays to try and get to this game in a hurry. I don't think you can afford to keep running the ball.
Or those short passes, to your point, out of the backfield. Drones looking for someone to be open. Checks it down again, and that one's incomplete again to Hairston. Alessandro chopped down Hairston, dislodged the ball. So third and forever for the Hokies.
And as a quarterback, when it's not going the way you want it to, and you're not necessarily seeing things great, just find a one-on-one matchup and maybe try and draw a pass interference call. Give a wide receiver a chance to make a play on the ball. But taking the checkdowns right now, not the recipe for success.
Third and 18, and whistles. A flag on the play. False start on the Hokies.
Offense number 9, 5-yard penalty, third down.
I mean, this thing, it just looks really bad, Jay. There's really no other way to say it. They look completely out of sorts. And again, coming off the way they lost last week, that's really concerning.
I literally saw a couple get up on that penalty and head to the bleachers to walk out.
You're saying fans, yeah.
Fans.
And another set of flags on 3rd and 23. And the fans that are remaining are letting him have it.
False start. Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Tommy Ricard, who's playing right guard. He's normally the backup center. Look at this. 10 penalties. 104 yards.
We're thinking of you.
109 yards now on penalties, officially. Drones trying to make something out of nothing. And he's going to run out of bounds near the 30. Doesn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Javen Gibson ran him out after a 4-yard gain. And the Hokies are forced to punt again. If you are a Hokies fan, I get it. Frank Beamer isn't the coach anymore. He can't be the coach. But you had the Justin Fuente era, which did not go the way you expected it to. Now the Brent Pry era is really at a crossroads. I don't know what you do here. You've kind of been put in a very tough position if you're this program. And the punt bounces out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A 50-yard punt, no return, 31-0. The all-new ESPN app is here, and for the best experience, all you need to do is follow these 3 simple steps.
First, you'll need the ESPN app on your connected TV or favorite device. If you have it, open it up. If you don't, download it now. Next, click on the live event or ESPN show you want to watch. Then choose your TV provider and log in. You're all set. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. Go to support.espn.com to learn more.
Make sure you get that all-new ESPN app. My favorite part is you can watch 4 games at the same time.
See, I don't have the attention to detail like that.
Oh, I love it.
I got to watch football. I got to break it down.
Oh, I love me the 4-box, man. You can move it around, flip to the different broadcasts. Colton Joseph breaks through, a flag trailing the play as Joseph picks up about 7.
Holding. Offense number 55. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Woodsma, Martin Woodsma, the right guard. So the Monarchs heading backwards there, but again, just dominating this game at the moment.
They've shown the ability to pick up first downs after being penalized on a first down. So 3-down process. Offset the formation hard to the left to give you that look.
High snap. They give it to Hargrove. Hargrove breaks through the first level and wrapped up shortly thereafter by Spencer and Fall. Only a 2-yard gain.
Who can come up with that big play for this Virginia Tech defense?
I mean, this is the moment, right? You need a fumble recovery, a pick six, something to change the momentum of this game because it's getting more and more bleak by the moment. Another high snap. They give it to Hargrove again, showing some patience. Not much, though. So 3rd down upcoming.
It's interesting. If you look at who's on the field for Virginia Tech right now, their second defensive line is on the field. So there's no Ben Bell on the field. There's no Kamari Copeland on the field. Coaches, that's called searching for a spike, some type of spark.
Yeah.
Starters weren't doing it. He's going with the backups.
3rd and 17 now. Let's see if they can hold them here. Yeah, he's searching for any answers he can. Joseph, big hole. Breaks through, gets chopped down, but shy of the marker. Do you go for it if you're ODU at this point, or you just punt it? I mean, they're close. It's about 1.5 yards.
The football player in me says it was such a fantastic effort by the quarterback, Joseph. You reward him by going for it, but You're up 31-0. Defense is pitching a shutout.
Don't give them any momentum.
Don't give them any momentum. Punt it away.
Well, something positive for Virginia Tech. This is their first punt since the opening drive. Ian Brandt will punt it to Tucker Holloway. Holloway inside his 25-yard line. He boots this one. Holloway fair catch. They will go begin this drive at the 23-yard line, but there is a flag on the fly.
So you'll see possibly an ejection. I actually saw an Old Dominion player throw a punch at a Virginia Tech player on the sideline around the 40-yard line, right in front of an official.
Yeah.
And I'm big on emotion. Emotion happens in the game, but I thought I saw an outright punch in front of the line judge who threw the flag.
See the flag back at the 36-yard line. About 3 or 4 yards away from where the officials are standing at the moment. And here's Darryl DeBerry.
After the play, there are unsportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Kicking team number 0, receiving team number 9. Number 0 for ODU has been ejected from the game.
That's TJ Lott.
Those unsportsmanlike conduct fouls canceled. That is number 9's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
So TJ Lott ejected. Cameron Seldon also on that penalty. Here's the replay. You see them there tussling.
And I saw it. Watch when he gets up. You'll see him actually throw the punch. And I'm not for ejections, but that was clear and deliberate in front of the official. I think they got it right.
And it was Isaiah Brown Murray, not Seldon. They both wear 9. So Lott ejected. 31-0 ODU. A blowout in Blacksburg for the road team at the moment, 31-0. TJ Lott ejected on that last play on special teams. Pass there by Drones. Ball is down. They're going to say incomplete. Zeke Wimbush, the tight end, tried to haul it in, but the ball dislodged by Zion Frink.
Frink, the former safety, move over the cornerback and deliver the blow like a safety would, not a corner.
I mentioned a moment ago we had a double personal foul on IBM. Isaiah Brown Murray for taunting, and then that's on Virginia Tech, and TJ Lott threw a punch and was ejected, the wide receiver for Old Dominion. Let's see what this is about.
The previous play of an incomplete pass is under further review.
I mean, if you're Virginia Tech, you desperately need this thing to be an incomplete pass. Did he make a football move?
He was trying to secure the ball. I think the call on the field is going to stand incomplete.
Let's see.
He's trying to put it away.
Yeah.
And then the shoulder comes in. A great job by Frink dislodging the football.
Yeah, Frink.
So this should be a good look right here. He's trying to put it away.
Shoulder into the ball. Yeah, that's incomplete to me.
Yeah.
If it is a fumble, Jackson Forrest did recover it. Number 18, the true freshman. But Frink, you see there, the redshirt sophomore from Chesapeake, Virginia, transfer from Wake Forest, made the tackle. Would be the 4th turnover.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. Second down.
So there you have it, incomplete. And for the moment, Virginia Tech avoids disaster. But that score indicates they're knee-deep in disaster at the moment. 2nd and 10 for Drones and the Hokies. Drones takes a deep shot. Green's got it. Hits him in stride. Spins out of trouble for the moment and taken down at the 10-yard line. A 67-yard gain and a first down. He beat Jordan Saunders in coverage.
So what a great route. You'll see the route here on the bottom of your screen. Going to come here, release this way, and then turn on the jets. This is how you draw it up. Give me the out, and now I'm going deep. Great job by Drones standing tall in the pocket.
Drones, end zone, touchdown. Donovan Green, 10-yard score. And can the Hokies do the improbable? They trail by 25.
Keep hope alive. They needed the explosive play. They delivered. Now we're starting to see Drones with a little bit of confidence, making a sure decision, throwing the football where only his receiver can catch it. They said they were going to need the Green brothers to show up. That's Aiden Green and Donovan Green. They're not related. Back-to-back plays for the Hokies.
Something positive finally for the Hokies and Brent Pry. Love for the extra point. Up and good. So 4:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. Okay, you've got 19 and a half minutes of game time left here. It's the first time the Hokies have scored points in over 70 minutes of gameplay. What are you telling your team here if you're Brent Pry?
We can do it. I mean, you have to keep hope alive, so to speak. So now you challenge your defense. You challenge everybody. You tell the special teams, no returns right now. When the defense is on the field, get us a 3 and out so we can score quickly again. That sense of urgency we thought they would have had at halftime, maybe that's the spark they needed, or the jet fuel they needed to get it going.
Kyron Drones, 77 yards passing on his last 2 plays. 53 yards on his first 16 attempts in this one. But it won't matter if they can get on the board here and play some defense the rest of the way. There's still some hope in the building for the fans that do remain.
Absolutely. Some explosive plays like that can occur. And that was a big-time throw by Drones on the big completion down the field to Aiden Green. Stood tall in the pocket and delivered a strike.
And an onside kick attempt, and ODU recovers at the 46-yard line.
Ooh.
Derek Goodman with the recovery.
They play great special teams down here, what they're known for. But ball's probably kicked at a too sharp an angle up the field, not allowing the decoys to get in the way.
And the ball's got to pop up at some point, too. That's what you hope for. That way it goes over the initial set of defenders, basically, yeah.
Is that a little early for that, too? I mean, you just scored on the big play. You got 4 minutes left. You're still in the 3rd quarter. I'm doing that onside kick in the 4th.
If it works, though, like, yeah, I get you. I hear you. It might be too early. I mean, especially after you just had the score.
Yeah, let your defense get inspired to go for a 3 and out.
So Colton Joseph and company have excellent field position. They start in Hokie territory. Joseph, stop after a 1-yard gain. Kelvin Gilliam with the tackle. And you need to stop here. Look, you need to stop the rest of the way. You got to pitch a shutout here if you're the defense.
They're continuing to go with the backup defensive line up front.
They'll say no gain, so 2nd and 10. Joseph with time, over the middle, complete at the 40. A gain of 6. Actually, they're going to give him more as he pushes forward. That's Dawson Johnson, the tight end. A gain of 7 on the play, 3rd and 3 upcoming. What do you do if you're the Hokies defense?
Sell out against the run. Don't allow them to rush for it. Force them to throw the football.
We know Joseph can run the ball. Joseph has 30 yards today, but he led FBS quarterbacks coming into this one with 228 yards on the ground. Markai James in the backfield as well. 3rd and 2, they'll call it. Joseph keeps, picks up the first down, and then some, running away from defenders and tackled just shy of the 10 down to the 12. Tyson Flowers saves a touchdown, a first down and a 26-yard gain.
Georgia asked me, what do? I said, you sell out to stop the run. But they did not sell out. Great job of blocking by the Monarchs offensive line, and the mobile quarterback, Colton Joseph, showed you the Jets.
They thought Markai James had the ball. They did not account for Joseph there. James wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by Caleb Woodson. 1 yard loss.
Until Virginia Tech figures out what to do with 4 people spread out, then they're going to see this the rest of the year. I mean, this is what Vanderbilt did to them last week. Spread them out and attack the interior defense of Virginia Tech. Until they get stout against the run, they'll continue to see this look.
Yeah, huge holes against Vandy. Huge holes tonight. 2nd and 11. Joseph, end zone. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes! Touchdown, Monarchs. A 13-yard score to Naeem Abdul-Rahim Platter.
What a perfect throw over the outside shoulder of number 7, Gadding. Look at him, look this in. I mean, you cannot throw that pass any more perfectly than Joseph did. Look at the location.
I mean, perfect ball placement. I mean, he dropped that in a bucket.
Yes, he did. He dropped it in his right corner shirt pocket. That's how accurate that throw was.
That was good coverage by Knowledge Harrell, the youngster at DB. This is unbelievable, really, this score at the moment.
Give credit to Old Dominion. When they were in field goal territory, could have milked the clock a little bit, ran the ball. No, they kept their foot on the gas. Aggressive play call, rewarded with a touchdown for Kevin Decker and his offensive staff.
The onside kick, I think you might have nailed that one, Jay. I know it's hindsight, but you said it in real time that you didn't like the call there. Callahan for the extra point. Up and good, 38-7. My oh my. And you see just disbelief. They're going through the stages right now of grief here in this stadium.
And everybody's taking notice. I mean, I've gotten so many texts during this game. What is going on there? People that went to Virginia Tech, those that love college football. I'm sure you're doing the same. There's a buzz around this area like, what is taking place at Virginia Tech? Nobody saw this coming.
This program, again, a very proud program. This is a program that expects to compete for ACC titles, national championships. They fell short of the national championships with Frank Beamer, but they were always amongst the elite in college football. You think back to the ACC, bringing in Virginia Tech, prior to that Florida State, bringing in Miami, right, with Virginia Tech. And the expectation was those 3 teams were going to be near the top every year, and it hasn't worked out that way. But I don't think anyone foresaw this spiral from the Hokies this year. Selden brings it out and taken down shy of the 20-yard line. Tonight, after our game here at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, we have BC and Stanford. The ACC Huddle final score. The crew will wrap that one up And the whole day, of course, with highlights, analysis, interviews, and players and coaches. We'll have you covered right here on ACC Network and the all-new ESPN app. $38-7. And at what point do you think, do you go to another quarterback?
That was a thought I was having, but considering Drones had his best drive on the previous possession, so I think you go with him and see if he can keep it up and try and play for next week. Try and get the passing game going.
And he picks up 7 yards there. There's the Hokies drive chart, basically, on their first 8 drives. 3 turnovers. Last drive they scored a touchdown. They pick up the first down to Benji Gosnell at the 31.
I think you go with Drones. You keep Drones in the game until the next time he stopped. So if this drive ends up with him not scoring, then you go to Pop Watson in the fourth quarter.
Look, if you were going to go to Pop, you probably needed to do it earlier, to your point. But I'm just thinking more about, like, at what point do you throw in the towel and not let Drones just take all these hits? He's being chased here. Dumps it off to Prelo. And Prelo tripped up, picked up the first down. 15-yard gain.
Now you're in chase. You're in chase right now, so you want to try and get at least 2 plays off before the end of this quarter, kind of taking their time a little bit. You're down by a lot, but I would still want that sense of urgency.
They check it down to Prelo, and Prelo takes a vicious hit. Jackson Forrest, the true freshman.
Good job by Forrest, number 18. You'll see him leave your screen, reading the quarterback's eyes. Once he turns those shoulders, looks for the ball carrier, big hit.
They'll get one more playoff here before the end of the quarter. Check down to Prelo. Midfield, tackled in ODU territory at the 48 by Steiger and Forrest. 7-yard gain. We will step aside. A rout by ODU as we head to the 4th. Welcome back to Blacksburg. Old Dominion with a 38-7 lead. Victoria caught up with the Hokies head coach Brent Pry.
All right, Coach, you told me that you believe that these guys were capable of turning things around. How do they do that in the 4th?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, we got to put it together. Right now, we're not stopping anybody well enough. That's the biggest issue for 6 quarters. You know, we've run the ball decent at times. There's one good thing to look into, but, you know, too many penalties. We haven't been able to get the stops, and we haven't sustained drives.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
All right, Victoria, thank you, and Coach Pry there. A first down to Harrison St. Germain, the tight end, as they're moving the football here. And Drones has completed 8 straight. Ball at the 39-yard line. They need a miracle.
And then some. Then one on top of that. The game got away from them in a hurry.
Drones, again, fires over the middle, complete to Spencer. And they pick up another first down, just shy of the 20-yard line.
And now we're seeing them do the hurry-up type offense, which I kind of thought they should have started with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. But sense of urgency, get up to the line of scrimmage. Don't let wasted seconds go away.
17-yard gain on the last pass. Drones, low snap, able to grab it, dumps it off, and tackled just shy of the line of scrimmage is Prelo. Jackson Forrest wrapped him up for a 1-yard loss. Freshman Jackson Forrest has looked pretty good for the Monarchs.
Active guy, been around the ball, and kind of what we've seen. You need a freshman like that to step up when they've lost 3 linebackers in the past week. It looks like he's going to be a good one.
Drones to the sideline, complete to Donovan Green.
Pass complete to number 3, Donovan Green.
Just shy of the marker. About a 10-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and short. You see a lot of substitutions here for ODU on defense. Third and 1 for Drones. Prelude breaks through, picks up the first down. Down to the 6. Seth Nawatala with the tackle after the 6-yard gain. First and goal.
We saw Prelude getting a lot of action yesterday in the walkthrough practice on this side of the field once they got into the red zone. Sticking to it. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to sneak him out of the backfield. Play we saw him do yesterday.
First and goal, they'll mark him at the 7. Prelude makes one man miss and dives inside the 5. Culbreth brought him down. So down to the 4. 12th play of the drive. Drones keeps. Drones extends into the end zone. Touchdown. A 4-yard plunge for Drones. 38-13 is the score. Going for 2. Sorry about that, Jeff.
No problem. It's emergency. They need to make up 31 points. So this is what we thought we'd see more of from Drones. Clearly gets the ball over the goal line before the knee hits.
You got to go for 2, right? Like at this point, you got to go for 2 every time if you score.
Absolutely.
The touchdown is under further review.
So they're going to check to see where the ball was when his knee went down.
When they were down 38-7, I was doing the math, saying, okay, they're down by 31 points. Well, if you get 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions, that's 32 points. So you have to go for 2 on a continuous basis here.
Let's see if he got in.
Off the extension, the
Knee's
ball's
down.
over.
Or did his knee actually land on top of the defender first? Because if his knee is on top of the defender's leg, then he's still up.
Pretty good look we'll see right here.
Yeah.
Extension.
Knee down, ball is short, it looks like to me.
I'm with you. I think he's on top of the defender.
Yeah, but I think his knee is down here. The elbow also touches. That's something else we have to keep an eye on. Jerome Carter was the defender on the play. So they're going to mark him.
They're marking him short.
Yep.
They're going to say he was down.
Yeah, his knee's touching there, and he's not there.
And that's the definitive look right there we were looking for.
There.
The ball short, so they're going to put him on the 1-foot line. Then you have to realize if you're...
They're taking one more look under the hood.
Just to make sure. if they do call him short, then you have to know if you're Virginia Tech. When the whistle blows, they're going to start the clock. So
yeah,
have your play already called. Get up there and do your push right away so you don't lose any more time.
Brent Pry.
I'm going to give him hats off. That had to be a tough time to do that interview right now.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. So it looks like they're going to uphold this, potentially. But you're right. It is a tough deal to do that interview. And by the way, not easy for Victoria either in that scenario.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown is upheld.
So there you have it. They did not have a conclusive look, so the officials have ruled it a touchdown. So they will go for 2. Let's go for Dos. Brought to you by Dos Equis. I get, the angle also, too, that they had did not make it conclusive. So empty backfield here for Drones. And ball batted down. So an unsuccessful 2-point attempt. The fireworks are going off after the failed two-point attempt. Fans not loving that. 38-13. Some notable scores here in week 3 in the ACC. NC State came back to beat Wake Forest on Thursday. The big one, though, Georgia Tech upsetting Clemson. And then the backyard brawl, West Virginia winning a thriller, and Miami just thrashing South Florida, who had beaten 2 ranked opponents.
Can we put a number next to Georgia Tech for next week?
Oh, there's definitely going to be a number. Yeah.
You know, they beat Colorado week 1. Everybody said, Colorado's down. Then they come out and they beat Clemson.
And speaking of Miami throttling South Florida, next Saturday the ACC Huddle is heading down to Miami for an in-state rivalry game against the Florida Gators. Starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, the crew will get you ready for week 4 with a 2-hour pregame show. We'll have game previews along with expert analysis and featured stories right here on the ACC Network and the all-new ESPN app. That'll be Taylor and the crew down in South Florida. But we are in a very precarious situation for the Virginia Tech Hokies as they are staring 0-3 in the face.
If they can come up with another stop, you know, you got to find something to
You need a
keep
turnover.
hope alive.
Here. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if a stop will help because they're going to run the ball here. Jones picks up 3. Caleb Spencer on the tackle.
And this has been the problem where you know that Old Dominion's going to run the ball, but this is when they've made the mental mistake and given up containment and allowed the quarterback, Colton Joseph, to hurt him.
ODU milking the clock. Bad snap. Joseph gets it, gives it to Jones. Jones breaking tackles. Will be 2 yards shy of the line to gain. 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 2.
This one you got to sell out now. So
But you wanted them to do it earlier, and they got burned for sure.
Yeah, but bring the guy down.
Yeah.
Bring the safety down. Man-to-man coverage across the board. Have one more person in the box that they can account for.
Well, they fell for the wrong guy on the RPO on that last play.
They did.
Yeah.
And now you've got him here. So when we're talking about this guy right here, bring him up on the line of scrimmage. Who's he guarding right now? He's not in pass coverage. He's here for run support. Bring him up early.
And Jones breaks free, spinning out of trouble, and taken down in Hokie territory. A first down for Jones. An 18-yard gain. You called it, partner.
That's the guy you have to bring up. And that's Jordan Bass, who they've been really high on. They thought he'd be a great tackler in open space. But he's 6-7 yards deep. By the time he made contact, they were already at the first down territory.
Jones, 13 carries for 99 yards, has a touchdown. Last week, he had 5 carries for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns against NC Central. I think they may have found their starting running back.
He's a good one to go along with this group, along with the running quarterback. That's a deadly backfield running the football.
They've got a lot of guys. Markai James, obviously. Here's Jones again. And gets tackled after a gain of 2 by Caleb Spencer. They've got Markai James, Devin Roche, Travion Hargrove, Traquan Jones. They've got a number of guys they can get out there to churn yardage, but he's the one that's the home run hitter. He had a 93-yard touchdown last week.
And earlier in this game, we saw Roche do some really good things, and James has been steady. Talented football team down in Norfolk for Old Dominion. But I'm just telling you, Virginia Tech has to figure out a way to stop this slip. They're going to keep seeing it. People are going to spread them out, keep the safeties high, and make it a 5-on-4 football game in the trenches.
Jones again. And a flag trailing the play. He's down just past the 45.
Flag on the play.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Ryan Joyce, the center, is one of the leaders of this team, the transfer from Fordham. So they'll back him up 10 yards. And I'll say this. I was mentioning a moment ago that ODU had done a great job of milking the clock. Now the clock is churning at the moment. They've controlled not only the game, but the pace. They were going fast early. They're milking the clock now. A master class by Ricky Ronnie, his staff, and his players thus far. Joseph takes a deep shot. Hauls it in, TJ Johnson. Another dime from Colton Joseph picks up the first down, a 36-yard gain.
Perfectly thrown. I mean, he has thrown those outside fades to perfection. Pretty good coverage by the defensive back, Isaiah Cash, but when the quarterback's dealing like that, you just have to take your medicine.
Down to the 21. No mercy. Joseph keeps and taken down near the 15.
We have to give credit to this receiver. They were able to get open. You know, Joseph, he's thrown dimes, but we haven't seen the wide receivers drop a pass. We've seen them make good blocks on the outside and make those over-the-shoulder catches look easy, routine-like. And I remember in the pregame, you were talking, you liked the way they look in pregame. You said these guys are big and can move.
Yep.
And they showed up when the whistle blew.
This Old Dominion team, they hung in there with Indiana. They had some turnovers in that game on the road. That was a playoff team last year with Kurt Cignetti. They blew the doors off NC Central, and dominating this one, Roche breaks free and into the end zone for a touchdown. A 15-yard score, and the fadeaway jumper to boot. No mercy, ODU sweeping the leg here in Blacksburg. And a penalty there, I would imagine, about the celebration.
Excessive celebration with the teammate on the fadeaway with the block attempt, but
Ruling on the field is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 3, his first. That 15-yard penalty was being forced on the kick.
That's how you know the game's gotten away from him. The coach came over to him and dapped him up first and then said, all right, come on now. You didn't have to do that. I think it was the fadeaway and then the attempted block.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but, you know, you're a kid, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's being a kid. I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, but I understand a kid celebrating in a blowout, you know? But I'm sure the coaches, you played football, I'm sure the coaches will give him an earful.
Yeah, they've got a coach, but I thought they did a good job of not scolding him on the sideline just now.
I'm sure they'll have a conversation with him at some point. ODU, by the way, 6 for 6 in the red zone. 5 touchdowns and 1 field goal. Extra point is good. And ODU just pouring it on, Jack.
I mean, you know, exotic formation, spread them out. Virginia Tech can't stop and run all night. Monarchs, big.
ACC Network College Football is presented by ServPro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
Welcome back to Blacksburg. Old Dominion throttling the Hokies here at Lane Stadium. And the fans already making masks to cover their faces. This young man using a box. That's the first time I've seen that before. I've seen bags before, but. Virginia Tech, by the way, 7 minutes away from their first home loss to a G6 team since losing to Liberty back in 2020. Kickoff from the 20 after the infraction. Prelude Brings it out from the 15, finds a seam, and taken down past the 40-yard line.
The return brings it out near the 40.
Here's a look at the Sun Belt getting some Power 4 victories. You see there.
How about that Marshall at Notre Dame? That was a big deal not too long ago.
Yeah, Lance Guidry was the defensive coordinator for Marshall at that time. And James Madison, North Carolina, I was there for that one. I was calling that one. Our crew behind the scenes as well was with me on that one.
You saw that 70-piece?
I did.
I heard about that 70-piece, didn't see it.
Braden Bennett now in at tailback. Drones with time. Checks it down to Bennett, who bobbles it, and then taken down after a short gain by Jeremy Mack.
And last little comment on the Sun Belt. How about this? Old Dominion was picked to come in 5th in the Eastern Division of the Sun Belt. So they're behind JMU, Georgia Southern, App State, and Coastal. I think the Monarchs are saying, not so fast.
Drones all day. Launches one down the field and knocked away near the goal line. Intended for Hairston, the tight end. Steiger in coverage.
Those were a couple of throws I thought they would have gone to earlier in 3rd and long, obvious passing situations. See if your athletic wide receivers can get a whistle for pass interference to help assist in the drive. I think that Old Dominion's done a really good job of quieting down Donovan Green, the explosive playmaker for Virginia Tech.
3rd down. Drones. And he takes a hit by Jeremy Mack. Jeremy Mack has also been all over the field today. A 3-yard gain. It'll be 4th down. 4th and 6.
Find Donovan Green. On the bottom of your screen, they're playing him inside out. He's on an island. Get him the football.
Drones over the middle, incomplete. That one intended for Aiden Green at the 45. Flag on the field. The flag is at the 37-yard line of Old Dominion.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 26. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
That's Justin Watts.
At the bottom of your screen, he was going against Donovan Green. And a takedown.
It's an easy call.
Easy call. Green got away with a little shove after the fact, but the official got it right. He saw the face mask first, threw the penalty. But that's the matchup you want. If you've got Donovan Green going one-on-one versus Justin Watts, who's a freshman defensive back, I'd let the veteran go at him.
Drones. Complete over the middle. 6-yard gain to Tucker Holloway. Drones going to run for it. Makes a man miss and slides after picking up the 1st down at the 23-yard line, a 10-yard gain. Under 5 minutes to go. Drones in trouble, avoids the tacklers, throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Isaiah Spencer couldn't haul it in. The low pass from Drones.
see that little shake by Drones in the pocket? And you had a blitzer coming that had him on a beat. And to be a large man, quick footwork, able to escape the blitz through the incomplete pass.
Second and 10 for Drones. Drones, complete, falls back into the end zone for a touchdown. He's Donovan Green, a 23-yard connection. A flag on the play at the 10-yard line.
And that was the matchup, getting Green against the freshman, Watts. Which I thought they should look at.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. A penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Donovan Green, the Wake Forest transfer. Dave Clawson told Brent Pry, his best athlete he's ever recruited. Suffered a lot of injuries, seventh-year player, Green.
And he gets the cornerback with his back turned to the ball. Not a good position you want to be in as a defensive back. That's the matchup I thought was there earlier in this game, and they finally get around to it.
Let's go for Dos, brought to you by Dos Equis. Drones fakes the toss, keeps, plows forward, but he'll be short of the goal line. Jeremy Mack and Jackson Forrest, the two guys, names we've called all night here defensively. And the fireworks go off again on a failed two-point conversion. That's the second time that's happened tonight. Not a good night all around here in Blacksburg. Virginia Tech 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from being 0-3, losing here to Old Dominion big. First time since 1987 they are 0-3. That was Frank Beamer's first year. They have Wofford coming up next week, and then ACC play. Where do you go from here?
I got it. I knew you were going to ask this question. So you lost the preseason, right? These are all non-conference losses. You lost the preseason, treated like a NFL team. It all comes down to the regular season. You've got conference play that starts with North Carolina State. We move on from there.
All right, there is history here, and I'll explain in a moment as they boot it off of Old Dominion and recover there. Virginia Tech does have the ball. They come out with it. That's Will Johnson. So, not dead yet.
These folks love special teams. I talked about that in my Gimme 5. They appreciate the special teams that make special plays. Nice execution of the onside kick on the ricochet. Did you say they're not done yet?
I mean, I guess, like, technically, there's still time on the clock, okay?
Okay.
The ball bounced off Jeremy Mack and recovered by Johnson. I mean, look, I've seen some crazy stuff happen in college football. I don't think I've seen anything that would look like this if they were to somehow win, but a flag on the play and a false start, and they're just absolutely kicking themselves in the shins.
Offense number 88, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Like Zeke Winbush. All right, we're almost ready to call this one.
To call it, but
yeah, I mean officially, yeah.
the threat of the explosive play is still there. Now, I don't want to see the check down throws. Get it to Donovan Green or Aiden Green. Take some vertical shots downfield.
They go to the sideline to Green, out of bounds in ODU territory. 13-yard gain. And about 2 yards shy of the mark.
And now you've got the matchup you wanted again. Now you've got Green on the bottom of your screen going against number 26, Watts, the freshman again.
And Drones escapes a tackler there. Runs for it. Does he have enough for the first? No, it looks to be shy. Chased out by Keyshawn Thomas. So no gain. Pressure there by Javen Gibson. had Drones for the moment. A double mouthpiece there by Donovan.
That's that look I've been seeing across the country, and of course it's trickled down in the high school play as well. I mean, by definition, you only have to have one in your mouth, so
right.
The rest is for style.
Tyler Mason runs up the gut and tripped up by Keyshawn Thomas after a 13-yard gain, a first down.
That was the quick, explosive play they would have needed.
Yeah.
Had Thomas not made that shoestring tackle, that would have been a touchdown.
Low snap, Drones gets it. Drones gonna have to launch it for the end zone, batted away. Jerome Carter knocked it down.
That look right there is a quarterback looking at the replay on the Jumbotron saying there was nowhere to go with the football.
Right. No, everybody was covered. Yeah. You just have to try to force one in there at that point.
Squeeze it, absolutely. And he's got a strong enough arm. He can take some yardage from the defense.
Yeah. And also 2 receivers in the same area. Something went wrong there for sure. Drones. On time, but good defense there. Intended for Zeke Wimbush. Mario Easterly knocked that one away. Third and 10.
Simplify the offense. So in this situation here, you got 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. You know, one is Wimbush, your tight end, and on the outside you've got Green. One of them's going to run a seam route, the other one's going to run deep. Take one of those and make a decisive, quick decision.
Drones, pressure coming, and he goes down. Jaleel Culbreth with the sack, a flag at the 27-yard line.
Holding. Defense number 26. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
That's the true freshman from Charlotte, Justin Watts. Again, another infraction.
They're picking on the freshman a little bit. The officials know he's a freshman as well.
Ricky Ronnie talking him off the ledge a little bit there. Just, hey, stay composed. Blake Seiler didn't have time to talk to him. He was like, go talk to your head coach. Bennett in the backfield. Low snap. Drones gets it. In trouble. Backpedaling. Throws it away smartly.
Man, George, you convinced me on your side. This is over. Too much time off the clock.
Yep. No, I mean, it's over.
They can't protect it's over anyway. They're not going to catch up to him. They can't protect their quarterback.
Yeah, they can't do anything right, it seems like. Yeah. It's not what you would expect of a group. I understand they're dealing with some offensive line issues, you know, but in year 4 of a coaching era, you would expect that there'd be enough depth and you could figure some stuff out, especially with a veteran quarterback. Drones over the middle and complete to Holloway. Nope, actually pops out, so incomplete. But look, this is a tough time if you're a Hokie fan. Again, we've already alluded to the fact that they haven't been 0-3 since 1987. This is the 3rd time since 1950 Virginia Tech has allowed 40-plus in consecutive home games.
Since what year?
Going back to 1950.
50?
It's only the 3rd time it's happened in back-to-back home games. Drones to Green inside the 5. First down. First and goal. We're approaching the 2-minute timeout. I guess, you know, you're working on stuff here, right? Like, I mean, you know, you got to fight to the end. There's no doubt.
They need to find better rhythm in their passing game.
Drones, blitz coming. Finds Mason, walks into the end zone for the touchdown. And what remains here of the Hokie faithful cheering on their team after the score.
They need to go for 2 here, down by 20 points, and just go for the extra point.
They are. John Love out there to kick it. A 2-minute timeout will come after the extra point. Extra point is up and good. 45-26.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
Drones finds Mason. Something positive for the Hokies as we're nearing the end of this one.
The College Football Playoff begins December 19th and concludes with the National Championship January 19th on ESPN.
Welcome back to Blacksburg. 1:56 to go. Ricky Ronnie's group dominating Virginia Tech 45-26. His friend Brent Pry. Those two, as Devin Roche gets the ball to the 20-yard line there as he falls on it. Those two spent 9 years together on James Franklin's staff at Vanderbilt and then at Penn State. Pry was the defensive coordinator, and Ricky Ronnie was the offensive coordinator. And the two, the families have been friends for many years, but they talked to us before. It almost seemed like they lamented it a little bit, that they aren't as close anymore because they've been competing against each other.
In the same state,
Yeah.
same recruits in some cases. But I think it's out of that respect, you see the backups coming in. And
Quinn Hennikel, yeah, quarterback. And an 8-yard run by Travion Hargrove. So, yeah, I mean, look, to your point, the two are not as close as they used to be, and there's Hennikel. You see his numbers, the redshirt freshman. And again, they both kind of like paused when they talked about that, and they would say, I guess if we didn't play every year, we certainly would be talking all the time about recruiting and schemes and this and that, but they don't have the ability to do that. So it's got to be tough, but it is a very challenging time for sure for Brent Pry. Hargrove picks up the first down to the 40.
And that should do it. You have to think they picked up the first down, one more snap, take a knee, don't even hand the ball off. That's how you keep the friendships alive.
Okay, baby. Good game. Good game.
And victory formation. And you hear the ODU chants faintly in the background for those fans that are in attendance. Milk the clock and kneel it. That'll do it.
My old center, Jeff Christie, would have killed me for that. When I was the backup quarterback for the Vikings, he said, you get in the game, you take that snap, you get as close to the line of scrimmage as possible. I'm like, we're kneeling down. Those are rushing yards.
Right.
So they're lining up 5 yards deep, taking losses, but that's nitpick. What a performance by the Monarchs.
The Monarchs, there you see the embrace between the two friends. And
that is the end of the game.
Colton Joseph, a fantastic day. 16 of 22, 276 yards, 2 TDs through the air, 1 through the ground. He also had 63 yards rushing on the ground as well. He's an impressive young man at that position.
We came in talking about him. They knew he was an electric runner. I did not think he was an electric passer. He looked phenomenal distributing the football today with tremendous touch on his passes.
The third win all time for Old Dominion against a Power 4 opponent, all three against Virginia Tech. And Virginia Tech, their first 0-3 start since 1987, Frank Beamer's first season. Want to thank our entire crew here in Blacksburg, Lee Torben, our statistician, Ted Kozak, our spotter, Aaron Snyder-Storn, and Michael Ireland, our producer and director. For Jay Walker and Victoria Arlen, I'm George Sedano. That'll do it from Blacksburg. ODU 45, Virginia Tech 26. Have a great night.